All right. So it is the 23rd of February, and welcome to our team call. And like I said a minute ago, I wasn't able to finish the slide show that went with the topic that I was going to discuss tonight. And I really feel like it's very, very beneficial to have the topic because it's some formulas and numbers. And I know for me, I glaze over unless I have something to follow. So I am going to finish that slideshow and I will share that with you guys hopefully next week. We'll do this next week instead and it'll be all good to go. So instead, we're going to switch gears very quickly and sort of have a popcorn call in a way that you guys can share some things that you're having questions with. Regardless of where you're at in your business, we can talk about it. But one of the things that Susie just mentioned that I think is a great place to start is we are looking at doing a fairly short video that talks about what challenge groups are and something that we can send to prospects, people that we'd love to join our challenge groups with us. And sometimes when we try to explain what in the world that is, you may have a good way of explaining it, you might not. And so sometimes to have a video that can create emotion with people, because emotion is how we make decisions, isn't it? I mean, we can use our head all we want, but more often than not, someone says it feels right. It feels good. This is what I feel motivated. And stories, you know, they say facts sell, or facts tell, stories sell. And while we're not trying to be salesmen, the key to a successful business is the art of sharing, isn't it? It's sharing what has worked for us. It's sharing who we are, our story, and connecting with like-minded people. That attraction marketing piece of the puzzle. And so part of what this video is going to do is going to help us to tell people what we're about, how challenge groups are beneficial, or what they've done for us. So talking about benefits in a personal way and with various people in our team sharing their experience with challenge group. So, Susie, did you have any specific things that you wanted to maybe share or ask the team or throw out to us?
Well, I was watching the video from Jenny's group. Did you have a chance to watch it?
Not yet.
Okay. It's basically, it's a coach that has been very successful, and all her coaches describe why they started drinking Shakeology and how it has changed their lives. So, and then also explains what a challenge group is.
So let me ask you then, each individual that talks on the video, about how long do they talk?
Oh, it's seconds. It's probably, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. The whole video is about 7 minutes.
And how many coaches talk?
Oh man, I don't remember. I think it's at least 6.
So they talk more than 15 seconds, but she's got it split up, right?
Right.
So the first section, she talks about what Shakeology, like why they started Shakeology, and each coach answers that question?
Right.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So they talk about why they started drinking Shakeology, and then they talk about how it's changed their life.
Right.
And then what else do they talk about? Like what questions?
Basically describing what a challenge group is. And we don't have to do it exactly like them. This is just an idea. It's a guideline. I mean, we can have our own idea. And if anybody has something different that they would like to see on the video, that would be great. Yeah. I want this to be our own group.
Right.
And our own coaches and challengers, and feel that it's ours, and we share that with our challengers, new challengers, and prospects.
Exactly. I like the idea of having it as our coaches. And so maybe picking 2 or 3 questions to answer, and everyone answering it in their own way, and then we can edit it into a
Right.
video where we take just snippets of what everyone says. So it may not be that your whole video is taken, but
Mhm.
we might take a sentence or two from, you know what I mean? And
Exactly.
put it into a nice little package
Right.
that
And it's
everyone
basically,
can use.
yes, it's basically a testimonial. What the challenge groups have done for you, psychology, what it means to be in a challenge group, and how it has helped you.
Great. Okay. Who would be
Yeah.
interested in sharing a little snippet on video of how challenge groups have helped them or why Shakeology? And you don't have to answer every question. Maybe you just want something you're passionate about. If it's Shakeology and you want to share your story with it, then maybe that's a little section that you share. You don't have to, necessarily talk in every single thing. But we want enough material so that everyone gets to speak and is highlighted, so it's not just one voice, it's several.
Right.
So who would be interested in doing that? Don't be
Well,
shy. You guys are crazy. Nobody?
I wouldn't. I'll do something.
Okay. Perfect. And I love that because I would love for us to have various, ages and sizes and backgrounds,
right.
just so that it isn't, we all aren't fitness instructors that are size 2, right? Like there's a plethora of us. Fit is not a size, right? Like Sean says, fit is not a size. It's the amount of emotional baggage, right? So, we can definitely be sharing the lifestyle and not have to look a certain way. And I like that. I think that really will speak to a lot of people.
I can do it too, and I think I saw Stephanie with a thumbs up.
Oh, say that again, Maggie. I didn't hear you.
I can do it too, and I saw Stephanie with a thumbs up.
Oh, good. Sorry, Stephanie's okay, so Stephanie and Maggie, and I know Michelle, you're still pretty early in. So if you're not comfortable yet, that's totally okay. But if you are up for it,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've only been drinking it for a week.
What's that? Oh, Shakeology.
I said I've only been drinking it for a week, so I feel kind of too new to say anything.
Sure, but
Yeah.
You've been in challenge groups, right? You've been in challenge groups.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, so you could speak to the benefit or what you got out of being in a challenge group.
Geraldine, could you just send the questions and then we could do our video, send the video to you. And if you could just pick out of that, maybe you'll pick one, maybe you'll pick all, it doesn't matter, just whatever flows.
Exactly. So we'll narrow down, I'll think through it. It's not going to be anything rocket science. It'll be like, what was the benefit? I don't know. I want to think through it so that it's a nice fluid question. But I'll maybe throw out 3 questions and answer all or some that you feel you can speak to, comfortably. And then we'll pick from that and make sure that everybody has spots in the video. And we just want to make sure everybody talks, but that it's not too long too, so we'll have to get into the editing process. And Susie, are you wanting to do that, or do you want me to do that? Or this is not my strong point. Technology is not my friend.
I don't know how to edit.
Okay. Stephanie, was that something we were going to have you do? I can't remember. I don't want to add it to your plate. You were? Okay. Then maybe what we'll do is when I send out the questions, Stephanie will let me know where to have you guys send the video to. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll figure out if we'll do Dropbox or email or whatever's the best way. I'll have Stephanie think through that. Okay. So we'll get going on that, and that'll be a project that is something that we'll be able to use in our invitation process. And feel free to use it, post it, whatever. That'll be great. Awesome. So I'm hoping I will get that out sometime tomorrow. And then you'll have, we'll say a week to maybe put it together, or, put your own video together. And then maybe in the next week, maybe we can have it out ready for the challenge group in March. We'll have it ready, edited, ready to go. I'll talk to Stephanie if that's a realistic timeline. But does that sound good, you guys, if I get the questions out tomorrow and give you about a week to do it? And then we'll talk to Stephanie about what's realistic for her to edit it. Awesome. Okay, so that's one thing. Do any of you have any specific questions about the business that you're working through? I know some of you I've been doing one-on-one calls with, so we've been working through.
Geraldine, just one last thing on that video. Do you want to share the one from Jenny so everybody knows?
We can.
Oh, we can.
Do you want to do that for me, Susie?
Yeah, I can put the link on the page.
Yeah, that'd be good. Put it on the page and just say this is in reference as a guideline to the video we're creating as a team. Just take, watch it and get a feel for kind of what we're going to do, and then we'll put completely our own spin on it. But it'll be a good guideline so you know what we're looking for. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. So we've got a few of us already, and I'm sure there's a few more. Like Jackie would probably do it. We might have a few more that still would. We'll put it out there on the team page. Okay. Any other questions you guys want to ask me this evening or ask us as a team? No questions? Seriously?
Well, we talked about the strategies to hit Success Club on Saturday when we met with you.
Yes. We had a great training on Saturday. It was great.
And I guess some of us know what to do. The thing is doing it.
The thing is doing it, yes. So let me ask this. Stephanie and I literally just finished meeting, and we are planning. Stephanie, are you there? I know she just got home. Oh, you're upside down. There you are. Do you want to share how we're going to do our team calendar and just sort of, we talked about our new team calendar, how we're going to do it, and then planning it and such. And then we talked about our Coach Basics program and how we can improve it even more and putting it on my webpage and all that. And what we've got now is there, but we're wanting to, improve it even more. So I've got some topics that I could just pull out of my hat and start talking about. But Stephanie, do you think we should talk about how we're going to start planning our team calendar and the purpose behind it?
Yeah, I can talk about that. Sure.
Okay.
Find my.
Yeah, we basically, to give you guys just a little intro, I'll let Stephanie, do you want to share about it?
Yeah, let me jump on my phone's going to die, so let me jump on my computer.
Okay. I'll just give a little intro here. So if you have a calendar, of course, hopefully you're using it to plan your business. And what we did, our goal, of course, in our business is to hit Success Club. Number one, that means we're helping people. Number two, we're making money we're making income for our family, right? And for most of us, we're either trying to pay for our product, we're trying to pay certain bills, or we want to help people, or a combination of, all of it. Excuse me. And so hitting Success Club is important. And there's nothing worse than literally struggling the last day of the month, pushing, trying to make it happen. And it can be tough, right? It can be really frustrating. So we thought if we slightly when our actual challenge group is going to be held, then our goal, if we're putting people in that challenge group, then we should be hitting Success Club by the middle of the month instead of by the end of the month. And so if we have coaches on our team, that's when we're going to help them hit their goal of Success Club. That's when we can focus on other things, or we can, move forward and try to hit Success Club 10 or whatever. Okay. So that's the point behind it, is to be hitting Success Club earlier in the month, and then to have a system. And I know some of you love systems, right? We're going to have a system of exactly on the calendar what day we start promoting our free group, and what day our free group starts, and what day we start promoting that paid 21-day challenge group. And we know what day those are starting way in advance. Like, we literally talked about the entire year. All right. So I'm going to let Stephanie go into it a little bit further, but that's the premise of why we're doing this. all right, is to help you guys hit that ultimate goal, that most important goal of Success Club early in the month as opposed to struggling at the end. Okay? So take it away.
Okay. Yeah, so just to build off what Geraldine just said, a couple of things. One is the last few months for me, I have struggled to hit Success Club. I haven't. But I was pushing at the end of the month, like sending out, 30, 40 invites a day. And then by the first of the month, when you should be when the calendar turns over, you should be excited to start a new month. I was burnt out, and I took a couple of days off, which stopped my momentum. And then you have to get back into it, and then before you know it, it's the third week of the month, and you're right back where you were. So I talked to Geraldine about that, and I wanted to get this system in place, and that meant rearranging our schedule. So the idea is to have the challenge group start the third Monday of the month, so that you focus the beginning of your month on inviting, and then you have some time at the end, like she was saying, to focus on your team and recruiting. I had another point there, but I lost it. I'll find it though. All right, so here's how it looks. The first of the month, well, I should say, like the first Thursday, Friday of the month, and I'm going to get this, see right now it's on this big sheet, but I'll get this on a paper and so you can see it. But you're gonna promote your free group, and you guys promoting it's so simple. You form people, you invite them to a free group because it's easy. It's not scary. It's free. It's short, and there's not a lot of your time put into it. So you invite to the free group. They get a taste of what our challenge groups are like, and then you invite them to the 21-day group. They see how awesome the 21-day groups are, and that they could be doing it too, and you invite them to the coaching opportunity. It's a seamless thing that is so easy if you know when to do it and how to do it. So we're going to promote our free group for a few days. Then we start the free group. While the free group is going on, you start inviting and promoting the 21-day group. And you do that for a solid 10, 11 days. And that means you're sending invites. You're also posting at least once a day, and not it's not your Shakeology box. Here, buy Shakeology. It's talking about how you had a tough day and you needed a boost, so you're drinking your Shakeology. It's showing the selfie of you working out that morning, and at the end of the post you say, hey, if you struggle with this too, reach out to me. You can have a couple of on-purpose posts where you have a picture of your challenge group and the date, those need to be there too, but it's all strategically sprinkled in, and that can be a different call. We can go into that. And then you give a deadline, the Friday before it starts, and say, this is the deadline to order and to be in my group. And then the third Monday of the month, we start the challenge group. And again, that'll give you, the nice flow into the next month. Now, being the planner that I am, I looked at it, and it doesn't magically fall that way into the calendar for the year. So there were 3 months where instead of a 21-day group, we're going to do a 28-day group. Remind me, Geraldine, was that May, July, and October? And still, we're going to continue to do a week off between challenge groups. Last year, we did them back to back. It was good to try that, and we learned from it for sure. But we're going to continue to do a week off for a couple of reasons. It gives us coaches a chance to take a break and get excited again and figure out what our goals are. And it also, for the challengers, that week off, they realize how much they miss us and that they need us, and so they are ready to go. So that's the idea behind the calendar. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I'm a big planner. That's what I do for a living. Is I manage hundreds of tasks for our communications department. So this for me is like, thank goodness we've got it down. But does anyone have any questions or comments about the calendar?
It's Stephanie.
I think it's a great idea.
It's Stephanie's jam.
Yeah, it's me.
Great.
Geraldine would say, she's like, how would you feel if we spent some time talking about it? I'm like, do you know me? Okay, let's do this.
After doing the training that we did last Tuesday, we're all laughing because every time I'm like, oh, that's the parrot in me, or oh, that's the dove, or that's the owl, you know. We all have these strengths and we have weaknesses, right? And we want to live in our strengths. And so while planning, actually, in some cases, I do like some organization, but I lack sometimes the I don't know if it's focus, because I can focus, but I lack that excitement sometimes, even though I know it's important. It's important to plan. I fly so well by the seat of my pants that sometimes that's bad. Like I could literally, we were talking about this, I could do like in speech class when we had these, you know, speeches, I half the time would get up there and wing it and I'd like A+ it. Like I was so good at winging stuff that sometimes that's detrimental because you do need to plan, you know, and do things. So when I have someone who thrives on that and is good at that, and I do want to have this scheduling for some people who really thrive on that as well, it's useful as a team to use our strengths. So Stephanie just brought that, like she literally, it wasn't a calendar. It was like this massive wall calendar that she brought. And I'm like, okay, let me write this in my little calendar. And so I got out my ruler and wrote it all on my calendar. So I'm going to try to stick to it. And just because we also have weaknesses doesn't mean that we can't try to improve, right? So I am trying, you guys know, I am trying to be better at being more organized and providing better systems and not just fly by the seat of my pants. And so it's been very helpful to have you guys. Like Susie's really good at encouraging me to lay things out and then say, okay, now here we go. We're going to do this. So this is awesome. So
yeah, I did think of that other thing that I forgot, if I can add that real quickly.
Sure.
For me, if you guys follow my page at all, you know, I do my workout selfie every morning. At lunch, I usually do some kind of inspirational thing. And in the evening, I do family. So I would get so like uneasy about, like, I would post a coaching opportunity post. And then the next day I would post a 21-day group post, and then the next day it would be a free group, and it just didn't make sense, and it was really stressing me out. So I think this will help. It'll also be like for some people, like posting comes really easy to me. I know Geraldine, you talk all the time. Sometimes you get blocked and you don't know what to post about. This is like, if you have that day, you look at your calendar and you're like, oh, it's promote 21-day group week. There, you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So I think it'll take some of the guesswork out of it too.
Yeah, so adding in a couple of other events I want to make sure we mention. We are going to be doing one virtual open house a month, which is our business opportunity. And this doesn't mean that we have to do this format every month, but we want to make sure that we're providing opportunities for you guys to invite people to hear about the coaching opportunity. Because growing a team is how you're going to get, really, that's where your bread and butter is. That's where you're going to get, and you'll see that when I share the information I was going to share this evening. You'll see why building a team is where it's at, okay? And I'll share those numbers and such next week. But that's going to be, really, we want to do it the third Thursday, or like the third week of the challenge group, because we want to not only promote it publicly, but we want to make sure that our challengers that have been in the group a couple weeks, you know, have a chance to hear that opportunity if they so choose. So we are going to do, the very next one is March 17th. It is a Thursday. We're going to do it at 9, and we're going to tweak it a little bit again, and we're going to try to do it in 30 minutes instead of an hour. So instead of 10 minutes apart, our posts are going to be 5 minutes apart. And then we'll sprinkle in a couple of like why I'm a coach type thing, those little short videos. We'll sprinkle in 3 or 4 of those videos. But we're going to try to do it on Facebook in 30 minutes. instead of an hour. So it allows for people to kind of get home, but it's still not super late.
Yeah. And that's good also, because when people can't see it live and they go back to the group later, it's a lot easier if it's only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If they say that it's not too long. Also, another thing is that we need to post the orders or to write the order of the posts and the time, so they don't get confused with the comments, because sometimes they jump in front of the other, and then somebody that would look at the post later would lose the sequence.
Right. And I've got the sequence all set up, and it's just a matter of adjusting the time to the new time frame. And then if we want, we can go ahead and say this is post number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever. And even instead of the time, I'll just have it post 1, post 2, and then they know. So that's going on the 17th, 9 to 9:30. Okay. And getting closer to time, we'll find out who's going to be on live, because the more coaches that post, the better. You know, if there's 6 of us posting, 1 post each, and then sharing and answering questions, that's so much more exciting than 1 or 2 coaches. And then, of course, if we all bring 2 or 3 people there, it's even more exciting, right? That makes for a party. And then we are going to have a live Zoom call. We haven't done it the last challenge group. We did it the one before, though, on the 28th, which is a Sunday at 8:30 to 9. And that's going to talk about food planning for new challengers. So for our challengers, right, for the new challenge group on the 29th. We'll do that on Sunday evening, 8 to 9, or 8:30 to 9, sorry, just 30 minutes. I will lead that, but if you've got challengers that want to figure out how to do that, how to figure out using the containers, we're going to do a live call again. Okay? What, Susie?
What day was that?
Sunday the 28th. So this Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Just so it's before the challenge group. If people have questions about how to, figure out the containers and plan their day, some of you won't need that. You already know, or your people know, and that's fine. It's not it's not a mandatory. It's for those who want to ask questions and want to see someone plan a day. It just is a service to them.
Yes.
Right? And then, remember we said that we wanted to do 1 live event a month. Okay? Well, in March, we're excited. In March, we're going to do a wine and canvas together. Yeah, I'm so excited. So instead of a training, we're going to, and I hate it, Maggie's not here. I hate it. I wish you were here. You'll have to come visit us. We'll do it when you're here. Well, I'll fly out to you.
All right. You can drive. It's not that far.
We'll Zoom you in. We'll Zoom you in, and you can paint at home and have a glass of wine at home.
I'll drink plenty of wine.
Awesome. We'll bring our yellow containers. We can only have it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the 19th, and we struggled trying to find a date, because I know everyone's busy, and we figured we'd do like us and our spouses. If you want spouses to come, that'd be a lot of fun. And it's going to be March 19th. It's a Saturday evening, and it's here on the South Side, County Line in Emerson. We were going to do it on the 26th, but that's right before Easter and right before our spring break. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to do it the week before, because spring breaks here in Indy are going to be the week of the 27th and then the week after.
I work all day that day. I have physical inventory at work.
Do you like till 7?
Hopefully it's not that late. I'm going to try to make it, but
because maybe even I can have Allison, baby, if you want to bring over Samantha, and then you and Rob can go with us.
Okay.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. So it's just meant to be fun. We're just want to get together and enjoy each other's company. And, we might talk shop a little bit, but it's not going to be a training, but it's going to be fun. Just getting together and having fun. Not everything always has to be work, right? It's part of just having that family. So is it required? No. And you don't have to bring your spouse. You can come by yourself. I mean, it's not either way, but your spouses are welcome if you want to bring them. And we're just going to have fun. 7 to 10. I've never done it, and I love to paint, so I cannot wait. I said to Stephanie, as long as they have sweet wine, because I can't drink the dry stuff. So anyway, so that's what the calendar looks like. And I think it is important to know month to month what we're inviting to, and not just what, but the time frames in which we will be inviting. And I think that's where I often fall, is like really not, man, you know, I should have been inviting 3 days ago. Now I'm really pushing it, right? Whereas I can look on here and even color code it. That helps me. And like my blue is my challenge group, my orange is my free group, and I know I'm promoting these days and it starts on this day. And if you're not sure what free group, join myself, Stephanie, you know, Susie, whatever, you know, we can join up or you can do your own. It can be a Beachbody on demand. It can be a clean eating. We have a lot of different templates that you can use if you want to do your own, or you can join one of ours and just invite your people and we can do it together. So, you know, do you have any questions about that at all? About the free group or the calendar or anything like that?
I'm excited for all these systems.
I'll tell you, Susie, it's a stretch for me because it can actually demotivate me when I feel too boxed in. I know that like you guys can't even fathom that, some of you, but it demotivates me. I'm serious. I get so like, oh, claustrophobic. But but if it's helping you guys, I'm going to adapt. I'm going to adapt. And I will do my best to look like an owl, even though I'm not.
You don't have to look like an owl.
I know. Who? No, this will be good. I think it is important to have the systems and work in them as best we can. Some people will function even better than others, but it's good to have. It's good to have as a team. So if there isn't any other questions, I promise I only have a few more slides to finish, but I just didn't want to do a halfway job with it tonight. I really felt like I needed to be able to have those visual numbers and stuff in front of you. And then that way I can immediately post those. And for those of you who want to type, you know, print them out and look at them, it'll be right there for you. Okay. So we will talk about that next week. I promise. That'll be good to go. So that's it, you
I have
guys.
a quick question.
Yeah.
I saw that tickets are on sale for the Platinum Presenters Conference. How quickly does that typically sell out?
It depends year to year. Not right away.
Okay.
It doesn't sell out right away because, like anything, it's not like
It's not
just
like Summit.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's as good as Summit for sure. Because yeah, Christine makes sure she gets big people there, and it's very beneficial. But no, it's still not Ultimate Summit. You know, it's not Beachbody. It's Christine puts it off. So, you know, and people who try to get to Summit and other things, sometimes they have to choose. So it doesn't sell out super quick, but I mean, I wouldn't totally drag your feet. If it's something you want to do your best to get there. Yeah, I'll be posting some more stuff on that too for people who want to attend that. So that is it, you guys. I'm sorry that was sort of on the fly, but I think it was beneficial. We'll get that video going. And Stephanie, is there a place you want them to send it? Or do you want to think about it? Is Dropbox a better?
Dropbox is probably going to be the biggest thing because the file sizes will be larger.
Okay. Is there a directed, because I will tell you, I know about Dropbox. I don't know myself how to use it. I've never used it. So how would you recommend we go about figuring out that?
Just go to Dropbox.com and create an account. And then on the team page, I'll send you my email. I'll say the email that I send it to.
Okay. Dropbox.com.
Yeah. And we can troubleshoot any questions anybody has.
Okay.
But basically, it's you just drag I'm trying to think what the easiest way would be for people.
If we do a video, say on our phone, for example.
Yeah.
Where I would do mine.
Do you know how to get a video off your phone onto your computer?
I could put it on my YouTube.
No, that won't work. It's you have to plug in your phone and find the file folder and yeah. Let me think about it. Let me think about the best way, the easiest way for people to get it.
Okay. So yeah, we'll keep you posted. I will post this info tomorrow because I have literally been working all day and my husband's probably already asleep. So I'm going to shut my work down, but I will get this up tomorrow and Stephanie can think on how. You guys have a week to do your video. So just do your video how you're going to do it, and then Stephanie will let us know the best way and how to get it to her. Okay? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you, you guys, so much for showing up tonight. I hope you have a great week. If you have any questions about anything, you know how to reach us, right? We can post on the page or message privately, either way. All right. Have a wonderful evening, you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.